Unafraid show. Right or wrong. Your boy's back in the building. Great show up for you guys today. Thank you guys for joining me. It's George Reister. So the Super Bowl was absolutely fantastic yesterday. And I have my 6 biggest takeaways from the Super Bowl. The things that were most important from the Super Bowl that you need to pay attention to. Guys, make sure you guys swipe up, share the feed with everybody, continue the conversation. So we have the reaction to the Super Bowl. The Eagles beat the Patriots 41-33. The Eagles head coach and offensive coordinator, Doug Pederson, was an absolute stud yesterday. Was an absolute stud. And he played to win the game. He did not play not to lose. How many times have we in recent memory, seen coaches play not to lose instead of play to win, and it goes badly? We saw it in college football national championship. We saw it in the playoffs with Alabama and Georgia. Playing not to lose loses you the football game. Like, this is just what it is. Like, there is no avoiding it. The truth is the truth. The facts are the facts. So Tom Brady put on an absolute show for the ages, but his defense gave him nothing. Defense absolutely let him down, let the Patriots down. Interesting thing, that all of the stuff that the Patriots, all the stuff with the Patriots, the Eagles, all the protests, all of this stuff, yeah. So I thought you guys told me. A lot of people said that it was going to be a distraction all season. You can't win the Super Bowl with all these distractions going on. People protesting this and that. Well, guess what happened? It happened for the Eagles. They had 2 players who were front and center, Chris Long and Malcolm Jenkins. And they found a way to win the Super Bowl. So I need you to shut up, because it's actually bad teams and bad coaches that can't handle people being individuals. The Pro Football Hall of Fame, they got it right this year. Ordinarily, they make wide receivers wait to get in, but voting for T.O. and Moss was absolutely correct. It was perfect. But let's go back to the Super Bowl, where we're going to start today. The biggest takeaways from the Super Bowl are this. Numero uno, number 1. Doug Pederson, who's the head coach of the Eagles, is a winner. He plays to win. He didn't play not to lose, the same way that that the Falcons did last year. They played not to lose, tried to take the air out of the football, got all conservative, buttholes got about that big, got super tight when it was nut cutting time. That's what didn't happen. We'll get to Malcolm Jenkins as well. But number 2, Tom Brady was absolutely fantastic. And I see a lot of hate for Tom Brady. Everybody's happy to see Tom Brady fail, and I'm going to tell you why that is a classic mistake. That's a classic mistake, not because it's going to come back and get you like the boogeyman, but because you're looking at this completely wrong. Instead of rooting for Tom Brady just to fail and lamenting in the fact that he failed, got to appreciate his greatness. The third biggest takeaway from the Super Bowl was trust was the key to the Eagles' win. Pederson trusted Foles, their offensive coordinator and head coach. Because if you saw the plays that he called on third down, he had no fear of his quarterback. He called the same game, same everything if Carson Wentz was there. That's why they were able to win the game. And Foles trusted himself. Number 4, you can only play comeback so long. You can only play the superhero so long. And that's what Tom Brady had been doing. He had like 5 Super Bowl comeback victories. Absolutely incredible. And the 2 losses to the Giants, he came back in those as well. You can only come back for so long before you run out of room and run out of rope. And finally, the Patriots ran out of room and ran out of rope. And if you notice, there was something special in the air. So we saw a commercial, Eli Manning, Odell Beckham, and guess who was in the stadium to watch it happen? Eli Manning. Both Manning brothers were there. Eli Manning showed up on Tom Brady again. Number 5, we aren't spending enough time appreciating greatness. I talked about that with Tom Brady, with this whole thing. We're going to get into that. And also, guess all this distraction stuff was just a myth. You guys swipe up, share the feed, like the feed, continue the conversation. So we're going to get with the first biggest takeaway of the Super Bowl, which was the fact that Doug Pederson has gigantic balls, man. Doug Pederson's balls are humongous, and you have to appreciate how the man played to win the game instead of playing not to lose. Because so many times we see coaches that get a little bit scared when they play the Alabamas, when they play the Patriots. They get to playing super conservative against these teams instead of going out for the jugular. We saw Doug Pederson go for it twice on fourth down, be aggressive on third downs where people normally, they'll concede to run the ball on 3rd and 9, 3rd and 10, or try to get field position and punt. No, Doug Pederson came out to win the game. I mean, it was absolutely incredible to watch, because it's frustrating at times, because I always say that this is a fundamental football rule, is that if you play to not lose the game instead of playing to win the game, you will ultimately lose the game. Like I didn't make the rules. This is just the way it works out. And when I'm watching games and coaches get nervous and they get scared and they start playing and they abandon everything they did to get a lead. Because if you notice, you watch a game, a team sits up, they'll go up. They're being super aggressive. They're blitzing. They're running the football. They're taking shots downfield. They get 10, 15-point lead. And then in the fourth quarter, they just abandon everything and they go into, let's just try to play by the book football. No, man. Like, by the book didn't get you the lead. By the technical rules of what's the smart thing to do didn't get you in a position to win the football game. So why on earth would you try to do that now? It makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense to me at all why you would do that. And Doug Pederson did not do that at all. If you noticed, like, you have to appreciate the faith that he showed in Nick Foles. Because Nick Foles, had been a journeyman quarterback. He was not the guy that you look at and you're like, oh, no, man, this is the guy I want to be my Super Bowl starting quarterback. No, you want Carson Wentz. But he believed in him. And so many times you see coaches go into protection mode when they have their backup quarterback. Jacksonville did it with their starting quarterback. They did it with their starting quarterback with Blake Bortles. Went into protection mode trying to win the game against the Patriots. You cannot protect against them. Do you know who Patriots and Tom Brady are? They are the boogeyman. They are the villain in a scary movie. They are Freddy Krueger. They are Jason. They are all of these people wrapped up into one. Because when you watch a scary movie, what happens? You have the bad guy, the killer, Jason Freddy Krueger, or a zombie in Walking Dead. You think they're gone. You think you're going to knock them down. You think you're going to kill them. Nope. Does not happen. They come back, because if you didn't see them die for sure, they're not dead. And the Patriots, you have to beat them until the end of the game, because they are absolutely relentless. And that is the thing that I most appreciate about the Patriots, is the fact that they are relentless. They do not let up for 1 second of the entire game. They don't let up at all. And a lot of that has to do with the mentality of Bill Belichick, the mentality of Tom Brady. Like, they have that never quit, never say die attitude, and they are going to, like, they don't make big mistakes. Yeah, the fumble was big in the end of the game, but the Patriots don't make those mistakes. Like, they don't make mistakes on a regular basis. They just grind and let you make mistakes and then capitalize off of those. And when you look at what Brady did yesterday, he was absolutely fantastic. And I heard Alan Fentress talking about, oh, Brady should have been the MVP, went for 505 yards. This is absolutely incredible. Okay, yes, Brady had a great game. But, I mean, why do we want to continuously give participation trophies to losers? Tom Brady in his life is not a loser. I mean, 5-time Super Bowl champion. But he lost the game, so he's the loser of the game. Like, we can't sit up here and expect to give him a trophy, an MVP trophy, when the guy on the other end didn't, when the guy on the other end, Nick Foles, went for 379, 3 touchdowns, caught a touchdown, so had 4 total touchdowns. Man, you can't give Tom Brady the MVP, but you can appreciate him. You can appreciate Tom Brady for what he is and what he did. Because I'll tell you this, I am here for the show. I am here for the show. And we have never seen a team like the Patriots. They won't go away. We just talked about how they are relentless. Like, they don't let up. And if you do not, like, you can't beat them for 57 minutes. You can't beat them for 58 minutes. You can't beat them for 59 minutes. If you let up at any time on the Patriots, they will come back and beat you. These are facts. Like, they've proven it time and time again. And I'm saying, when I say I'm here for the show, that means I'm here for dominance, I'm here for greatness, or I'm here for catastrophic failure. Like, I want everything in between. You guys make sure you swipe up, share the feed, send in your comments. We'll get to those, and we'll talk about Malcolm Butler, why Malcolm Butler did not play in the game, and why Bill Belichick, you know, it's hard to second guess him even though he made make that move. But I'm saying I'm here for the show. I'm here for the show because I want to see absolute greatness. So that means I want to see a team win 8 championships in a row, like the Warriors may be able to do right now. Tom Brady, 8 Super Bowls in 18 years. I'm here for that. Or I'm here for catastrophic failure like the Atlanta Falcons did, up 28-3 last year. I'm here for all of that and everything in between because it's fun to watch. These people, these players are paid to entertain us, and they entertained us last night. So all of the blogs and all the dead spins and all these people posting pictures, oh, the pictures you love to see, Brady out there just dying on the field, just sad and crying and all this stuff. Why would you appreciate that instead of appreciating the fact that you were entertained? Like, he is giving you the entertainment that you want, you love, and you deserve. As a fan, what you pay for. So the actual hate for Brady makes no sense to me. I get that you want your team to lose and you're tired of seeing them win and you want to see some sort of greatness happen. But the actual act of being happy about seeing the man lose, about actually like seeing his disgust and his pain, like being happy about his pain. I don't get it. I don't get it because you are going to miss Tom Brady when Tom Brady is gone. You're going to miss him because we don't see the entertainment. You have to be here for the show. The entertainment is the reason why you tune in. And he is entertaining you, the fans. He's entertaining me. He's entertaining you. And you cannot discount that. Because guess what? If you're not here for the show, you don't appreciate the show. And when Tom Brady leaves, you will be sad. Because you won't have anybody else to cheer against. It's the same thing with like Floyd Mayweather. Yes, you want to see him. Some people want to see him win. Some people want to see him lose. But the main thing that you want to see is you want to see the show and you want to be entertained. And Tom Brady is entertaining you. So don't be happy that the man lost. Be happy that you were entertained. Because actually looking at him laughing, all this stuff makes no sense to me. It doesn't. It's just like LeBron. LeBron is easy to hate. He is. He's easy to love and he's easy to hate. And that's A-okay. But the actual act of not wanting to see him in the finals, not wanting to see him, play and win and being excited about the loss makes no sense. Because once he walks out the door, guess what? He'll be like Kobe Bryant. He'll be like Michael Jordan. You'll be wishing for him to come back. You'll be wishing for I mean, think about this. How many times do we compare Michael Jordan on a daily basis? Because we want him back. But how many people wished Michael Jordan away while he was playing basketball? Oh my God, I'm so tired of seeing the Bulls win. I'm so tired of this Jordan crap. I wish he would just go away. No, you don't wish Michael Jordan would go away. You don't wish Tom Brady would go away. Oh, I'm so sick of the Patriots. No, you don't. You need the Patriots. You need the Patriots for your entertainment. The Patriots entertain you. This is normal. This is regular. And you should be excited about it. You should be excited about this. You should be excited to watch one of the greatest competitors in sports. But here is what happened yesterday. The Patriots messed up. It wasn't Brady. He was absolutely spectacular. One of his most marvelous games that he's ever played in his entire life. But the Patriots defense was absolutely awful and dreadful. They were the same exact team as they were the first 6 or 7 games of the season. And the ultimate eraser in Tom Brady, he was able to save them. He was able to save them. But not today, because there's only so many times that you can be the superhero. We watch superhero movies on a regular basis. How many times do we see Iron Man, Superman, everybody save the day? They save the day because they're special. But guess what happens? At some point in time, they're not able to save the day. At some point in time, somebody dies. They're not able to save everybody. And that's what Tom Brady ran into yesterday. He was not able to save everybody. And Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia weren't able to save the day. Even though their offense was absolutely spectacular. Offense was absolutely spectacular. But their defense let them down. Ultimately let them down. I thought yesterday, one of the things that I thought was the biggest thing, in addition to Doug Pederson being absolutely fantastic as a play caller and playing to win, I saw that because I constantly get irritated and I constantly get agitated when I'm watching football and I see teams play not to win. And we saw that in the college football playoff. We saw it with Oklahoma versus Georgia. They played not to win. At the end of the game, Oklahoma did. You got Baker Mayfield, Heisman Trophy winner, and you take the ball out of his hands. You try to run the ball, run the clock out. Did Doug Pederson do that yesterday? Absolutely not. He let you know in the beginning of the game when he went for it on 4th down in the goal line right before halftime, because what would most coaches have done in that situation? Oh, man, we didn't get in. We got to kick the field goal. Oh, man, we got to kick the field goal. It's the right thing to do. No, man, you have to, at Herm Edwards, you have to play to win the game. The second you start in big games, start trying to get conservative, you cannot win. You have lost the battle. You've lost the war. And that's why I have to applaud Doug Pederson Big Balls of the Year award, because he's finally one of the coaches who's willing to do the things that Bill Belichick is willing to do. They are willing to sell out everything to make the moves to win the game. Absolutely it. And when you play, and that's the thing that makes the Patriots and Alabama and teams like this so spectacular, is that they literally change the way teams play against them. Teams get conservative, they get nervous, they get scared, and they don't win games. It's the most incredible thing. It's the most incredible thing. Also, after the postgame, one of the things that I did not like the most about the postgame was the Gronk interview. The Gronkowski interview, I hated it because Gronkowski was sitting there after the game, and people kept asking him about his retirement. You guys make sure you swipe up, share the feed, like the feed, tell a friend about the Unafraid Show. Okay, how on earth, 15 minutes after you lose one of the most important games of your career, are you supposed to have perspective? You can't have perspective. You cannot have perspective at all about the game. You cannot. How could you? It's impossible. It's impossible because you just lost a game. Like, you're heated. I mean, we've seen Cam Newton not give interviews. We've seen cut it off short. And Gronkowski, he's been hurt. He just got a concussion, just lost a game, and you're bombarding him with questions. I would change the complete interview process after Super Bowl games. I need at least an hour after the game. The next day, whatever it is, you have to talk to the media. But 15 minutes after, what the hell are you supposed to do? What are you supposed to really give me that is going to add any value? I got 2 more questions for you guys. 2 more questions. You guys make sure you send in your comments. I will get to them. Is all the protest stuff with the Eagles, with Chris Long, Malcolm Jenkins, players taking knees, all of this stuff. All I heard all year is that this is such a distraction. That the Eagles, this is such a distraction for teams. This whole Kaepernick, all of this stuff. They won't be able to win a Super Bowl. Wait, what? They just did it. This is what the this is what the Eagles just did. Chris Long did it with the Patriots the year before. The defensive end, Howie Long's son, did it the year before. Man donated his entire salary to charity this year. And then been on the front lines of the protest, along with Malcolm Jenkins, part of the Players Coalition, and they told us that it's a distraction. We'll tell you this, no matter whether it's protests, no matter whether it's individuals, whatever it is, do you know who can't handle quote-unquote distractions? Bad teams and bad coaches. They can't handle distractions, but great teams and great coaches can. This is what it is. Look at the Eagles. The Eagles just won. Look at the Phil Jackson. When he had the Lakers, he had Shaq, Kobe. He's had Rodman. He had all type of individuals when he was with the Lakers. With the Bulls, he had Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Bill Cartwright, Paxson, all these guys, all individuals. Great coaches can handle individuals and quote-unquote people who are distractions. Great teams can handle that. Bad coaches cannot. That's the difference. Somebody said the Eagles took a knee in the locker room and prayed. That's where and how to take a knee. I will tell you this. About taking a knee. It's like I said it last week and I'll say it again. It's the cause that people don't like. It's not the fact that people took a knee, because I'm a person who supports our military. I've been around the world speaking at bases, all of this. And if I said I'm taking a knee, if I was a player that said I'm taking a knee because I hate how our veterans are treated out after they come back home, nobody would have a problem. Nobody would have a problem on earth. Everybody would applaud me. It's the cause that makes you uncomfortable. So, in taking a knee, it's supposed to, and a protest is supposed to be public. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. I mean, come on, people. That's the whole point. And this whole thing is about making us sheep. Making us sheep and dividing us as a country. But we'll get to that on another day. Last thing up for today is the Pro Football Hall of Fame got it right. I am so happy. I am so thankful. Because I was going to go off. I was going to lose it had Terrell Owens and Randy Moss not gotten into the Hall of Fame. Oh my God, because you know I've been going off about the Baseball Hall of Fame with Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds not being in. But the actual act of the Pro Football Hall of Fame putting Randy Moss and Terrell Owens in the Hall of Fame like they should be made me happy. Because Terrell Owens has already had to sit out 2 ballots. He was a first ballot Hall of Fame. He was top 5 in pretty much every single important receiving statistic when he retired. Touchdowns, receptions, yards, you know, all of these things. In the upper echelon of this. Some of those number 1 and number 2, number 2 and number 3 in those categories. And to not put him in the Hall of Fame had been just absolutely criminal. It's absolutely criminal. It's absolutely criminal. And when you look at what players add to the game, because I've said it all along, there's actually one question that you need to answer before you decide whether a player is good enough or eligible or should be in the Hall of Fame. One question that you have to answer. Can you tell the history of the game in this era without that player? Can you tell the history of football in the last 20 years without Terrell Owens and without Randy Moss? The answer is no. The answer is no, you cannot do that. And the reason why you can't do it is because they're some of the greatest players to ever play. Some of the greatest players to ever play football. And to leave them out of the Hall of Fame because of some quote-unquote character issues is absolutely insane. Because guess what? Character should be whether it's character, whether it's arrest, whether it's whatever it is, should not make them ineligible for the Hall of Fame. Because you go to the Hall of Fame for what you did in between those lines. You don't go to the Hall of Fame for being a quote-unquote good guy. You don't go to the Hall of Fame for being a great guy, a great individual. If you want great guys and great individuals, then go build a good guy Hall of Fame. Go build a good guy Hall of Fame. I mean, it's absolutely, like, why would you delay giving somebody their just due, like you did with Terrell Owens, because you're upset? Because you think, oh, we're in this day and age to where, yes, character matters. Character matters. However, sports is a meritocracy. It's one of the last meritocracies left on the planet, where it's merit-based. If you are the best, you should be in the Hall of Fame. If you are not one of the best, you should not be in the Hall of Fame. That's absolutely it. It doesn't matter what you did. Somebody asked me a question. They said, George, how about if he's a murderer? Don't care. How about if he beat your sister? Don't care. I care about domestic violence. And those things are wrong and you should be jailed for them. However, when it comes to what did you do between those lines, that's what it is. That's why you can't take OJ out of the Hall of Fame. Whether it's in college, you can't take his Heisman away. You can't take these things away. Well, George, how about Kurt Schilling? Because I know you care because you might think he's a racist. How about all these other people? You think they should be in the Hall of Fame? Yes, absolutely. 100%. Because I cannot, it is not fair. It is just completely taints the Hall of Fame. It taints the sport when you do not have the best players honored for being the best players. It's just like yesterday. There was another event that happened yesterday that people were up in arms about. People were up in arms. Somebody said I have a prejudiced view because of my race. Oh, okay, whatever. That doesn't even make sense. But you know why I even acknowledge that comment. People were upset yesterday because the memorial, like they had like the same thing they do with the Grammys, Oscars, all those stuff. The people who died in the sport from the previous year. And one of the people that they showed in the slideshow in the video was Aaron Hernandez. People were upset. How could you honor Aaron Hernandez by putting him in the video of NFL players who died or people part of the NFL who died last year? You can't honor him. He's a murderer. Okay. We can all acknowledge that Aaron Hernandez did bad things. They were wrong. He was in jail where murderers should be. But the question is this. Did he not play in the NFL? Was he not drafted in, I think, the 4th round? Did he not catch hundreds of passes in the NFL? Yes, he did, right? Okay, so then he was part of the NFL. So when he dies, you put him in the slideshow. You don't give him a statue outside of a school. You don't have to have a big memorial for him. But the man played in the NFL and he died. Everybody goes in there. Do I think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame, in the Baseball Hall of Fame? Absolutely. Absolutely. The man is known for playing to win. Playing hard and playing to win. You're not supposed to gamble on the sport. So I get that. I get where people are upset about that. But like there has to be like some sort of like limitation on punishments. Like, guys, come on. Has to be. So the things we covered today. Someone said it's crazy you don't have to be the hitting GOAT in the that you don't have the hitting GOAT in the Hall of Fame. Oh yeah, with absolutely Barry Bonds, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I've said it time and time again. So we already covered the the 6 biggest takeaways from the Super Bowl. Doug Pederson, absolutely incredible. Played to win, played not to lose. I could not be more excited about seeing a coach actually do that for a change. Coach do that for a change. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was so refreshing because we see so many times that we see, so we see so many times that coaches, they give up and they get scared. But to go back to the Hall of Fame for 1 second, you guys are sending some comments in, is that to leave players out of the Hall of Fame, the Baseball Hall of Fame, we're going to talk specifically about the Baseball Hall of Fame right now, is absolutely criminal. It is absolutely criminal to leave the best players out of the Baseball Hall of Fame because of the quote-unquote steroid era. Especially once you put Bud Selig, the commissioner in the Hall of Fame, who presided over the steroid era, all bets are off at that point in time. You got Mike Piazza in. You got Jeff Bagwell in. You have a laundry list of who's who nefarious individuals when it comes to PEDs. The teams knew. The trainers knew. The commissioner knew. The other players knew. More than half the league was using. It was a level playing field. They saved the game after the strike. And then to turn around and turn your back on those same players who saved your game is absolutely disgusting to me. It's absolutely disgusting. How are you going to turn your back on the players who saved your game? What? Oh, man, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Because these players, when you have the league turn a blind eye, I'm out. I mean, somebody says the Cubs fan, they want Sammy Sosa to be welcome back. Listen, you wouldn't recognize Sammy Sosa if you saw him, but he should be welcome back to the Cubs. He should. I don't know if he was a Hall of Famer, but I mean, he's a fringe guy. But in terms of what he added to the game and what he meant to the game, very important. Very important. Like, you have to honor Sammy Sosa as a Cub, especially. If you don't honor him in the Hall of Fame, you at least have to honor him as a Cub. I mean, the Mitchell, here's where baseball screwed up. Baseball had to do one simple thing that the NFL used to do, but now they have started backtracking on this as well. When you make a mistake, publicly especially, you come out, you apologize for your mistake, and you say that we're going to do better, and you put a plan in place to do better. So baseball had to come out and say, listen, we had a PED problem. We put in testing. We've done this. We're cleaning up our game. That's it. Who cares about the Mitchell report? Because it's not complete and it's not for sure accurate. So now you got all this guesswork. It's like trying to explain details to people all the time. The details get you jammed up even worse because then one question begets another question. And then it turns into a deposition and you can't be right. No, man, absolutely not to that question. Thank you guys for joining me today. Please make sure you swipe up, share the feed, tell a friend about the Unafraid Show. Join in every single day. And we will get to it. One thing I did not cover today that I do want to go over real quick is the catch, no catch rule. The catch, no catch rule. Oh my God. There were 2 times in the game yesterday that the rule came up and it was absolutely insane. If the officials had messed up that Zach Ertz touchdown, if they had messed up that Zach Ertz touchdown, how many people would have been screaming and yelling saying that the NFL is fixed, that they got it in, that they were trying to make the Patriots win? I would have been one of them people. I tell you that. Because, I mean, it's ridiculous that we even had to review the man caught the ball, took 2 steps as a runner, jumps over a defender to get into the end zone, and we're questioning whether this is a touchdown. I mean, that maybe we just need to have like a 5-person panel of former players and that's the resolution of a catch or no catch. Send it in to them, catch, no catch, majority wins. Okay, cool. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic how like this is one of the benefits and the detriments of replay is that we get down to is that, yes, we get a chance to see whether a player's toe was in bounds or not. However, there's minutia. There is like some of the little imperfections in the game that make the game perfect. Like at what is the next point? Are we gonna put like lasers down the sideline to see if anybody broke it? And then we gotta question the lasers. Then we gotta go with micro-millimeter inches. And I mean, absolutely horrible. But the Clements play, I thought that was a catch as well. I thought it was a catch. You guys, thank you guys for joining me today. Unafraid Show, right or wrong, swipe up, share the feed, like the feed, continue the conversation, and we will get to it each and every day. Appreciate it. Peace out.